Remix. 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 Remix.
Oh, yeah. Welcome out. This is the Remix Morning Show. Right here on Black Liberation Media. In case you didn't know, I go by the name of the Ear Doctor. Came here to rock it and bring you forth the news, not the blues. But now it's time to pay dues as I bring through my crew. Here they come. Starting out with the one I'm called Evan. And holding it down every day from Saturday to today. It's Renee. Yeah. Oh. There we go.
So what's up?
I ain't hit the Johnston.
I know, but you know what? I'm okay with just the Renee. That echo sounded good.
It was yeah.
Oh, it was dope. It
was good.
Yo, your camera's still messing up, man.
Say word.
It literally just started again. I'm sorry.
They won't let me be great, y'all. The internet, the world, the universe right now is working on me. It's testing me.
Yo, speaking of which, how was your weekend? You know, talk to us. How was your weekend, Air Doctor? Talk to us. Tell us how your weekend was.
My weekend was straight. I went to go check out. They had Jay Dilla Donuts. You know about Jay Dilla? He's a producer
Jay Dilla,
from Detroit.
Not the donuts.
Well, that's the name of his album.
Oh,
yeah. So they had a celebration here in Atlanta. His mom came through, and I got to go hang out with my old radio family. They was up there, so got to big up to Miss Dia, big up to Hollywood Kid. It was cool to see them, and just get outside for a quick second. Other than that, I stayed in and I guess I watched a little football, a little bit, very little. And a little halftime show. What about you, Evan?
I'm good. I had some family stuff I had to do this weekend. So it was pretty chill. I did watch a movie that was garbage. Do not watch that new Ben Affleck Rip movie. Yeah, Rip, I think it's called.
Oh, yeah, It wasn't the best. It wasn't the
best. Ear Doctor. At like 5 minutes into the movie, I was like, what are all these Boston cops doing in Miami? Like, what's...
Yo, every movie or something got cops in it, yo. I'm so tired of rooting for cops.
Yo, the propaganda was thick in that movie too, but...
Yeah, it was.
Renee, how you doing? How was your weekend?
My weekend was fine. It was busy, actually, but we pre-recorded because we had Luna and EJ on from Vietnam, and so they always have to pre-record so that they can be awake when we're trying to put the show on. It was a pretty good conversation. I did also watch the game, and it was interesting.
It was interesting.
It was interesting. There's a lot. After my whole Kendrick Lamar thing that everybody was all mad at me because I was basically saying you can't stop looking for stuff. It's a halftime show. It's pageantry. It's nice. They got the good dancers. Nobody's starting a revolution during the Super Bowl halftime show, and I remain committed to that. To that reality.
Yeah. What was the biggest thing about that? The dopest thing about that halftime show to me was the choreography when it came to the cameraman. Oh my God. I was blown away at how this cameraman was working. I didn't know if it was the drone cam. I didn't know if it was a regular cam because how it came in and then the dancers went around, being able to come zoom in and zoom out. Production wise, that shit was stellar. Now,
and that's the point, right?
Yeah.
That's what I would assume, though. You know what I'm saying? I don't watch football. I don't watch, you know what I'm saying? I watched the halftime show because I knew we'd have to talk about it today. But
Mhm.
I mean, I would just assume that's the production quality, you know, across the board for them.
Yeah,
I
he
will
did
say I
break
was
out.
surprised to learn that there were people in those trees.
Oh
I didn't
yeah,
know. I
he
didn't
was
know
like,
there
I'm.
was.
I'm.
I wasn't paying
He's
that
like, I'm
much
gonna pay
attention.
somebody.
Apparently, I didn't
I
realize there were
definitely
people in the
also did not
trees.
notice until after like I heard about it. I was like, oh wait, I didn't see
Yeah,
this.
it was in watching, like there was like they're like reels of them coming out onto the field, like
Oh,
dressed as sugarcane tree with, you know, that I was like, oh well, that's different.
Yeah, he said,
And
I'm
then
gonna
it
give
took
you
me
a
a
job.
while to recognize that that was Lady Gaga. I was looking at her like, she
At
looks
first,
really
right?
familiar.
Yeah, but that nose, that beak.
Oh, there you go. That's
She
Lady
do
Gaga.
got a nose that you can see. When I was like, wait a minute, I know that nose. The nose knows.
Lord.
Am I wrong?
I have no comment.
We're not.
See?
I'm not going there.
Oh my god.
I do know she is a Zionist, though. I will comment on that. She is a Zionist.
Yeah,
Shout out to Zero
Yeah.
PE. Gaga is a Zionist too.
It seemed like he was just trying to show. I mean, there was a lot of symbolism in it, from the cane fields to the socialist
ton.
lady that had the store in New York, to the telephone poles of how the they got the grid, they control the grid, the power grid in US, and it was a lot of different pieces in there. But I think
Yeah,
his
there
biggest
was.
thing was like, we are all one, love.
Right. Like in the end, right?
Yeah.
It's unity, y'all. We're all in this together. And then I noticed that they had all those flags, but I didn't have time to fully go through. So maybe someone in the chat can confirm, and y'all can let me know if there was a flag from Haiti there.
There was.
There was.
Yeah.
I noticed clearly. I did not see a Palestinian flag. I don't know if I missed it. Maybe it was buried.
I don't think there was a
Nah.
Palestinian flag. I think he did the
South America.
Yeah, North America. Like, so he did the whole Americas, and he went through the North and South and the Caribbean. Pretty sure there was no Palestine.
See, I feel like that would have been a good time to, like, slide it in. Yeah.
Well, he's concentrated on Americas right now, trying to show that we're all one. He's trying to show that part. So I get what he was doing.
Well, I guess.
That was the focus.
But then, so everybody's really excited about the whole, like, he used the Puerto Rican flag with the light blue, not the one with the dark blue. And I guess leading up to Lady Gaga singing, the words of whatever he was singing in that moment, it was basically like, is this what you all were asking for? So that's why she's saying, that's why he picked someone to sing in English. But I don't follow Lady Gaga that deeply. I'm not shocked that she's a Zionist by any means, but I don't follow her. So the fact that that's there is also deeply problematic. It took me a minute to recognize Ricky Martin. I was like, he looks really, Ricky Martin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ricky. And he was saying some stuff about
and then his song was supposed to be like, but all of these people are like gonna make money off of this, and
definitely. Definitely.
So
I mean, that's the only reason to do the Super Bowl.
Right.
I mean, really, to get more exposure.
Right.
So
I mean, they're all gonna make money, and the overwhelmingly wealthy white men who own the NFL are gonna make the most money. And we're very clear about the reason for even choosing Bad Bunny, right? They were like, we picked the biggest artist, and we're trying to get more young people.
Oh no! It's way deeper than that, brother.
This is Jay-Z's picking, ain't it?
No, it's not only that, but the South American market is one of the largest markets for the NFL, and they're trying to expand.
That makes sense.
That is why
he beat out Michael Jackson.
That is why they chose Bad Bunny. So that is the reality behind it. And so, in the end, what he's really going to do is help expand this wildly wildly absurd market and, help it to further oppress his people. So go Bad Bunny. Woo, woo.
Oh Lord! Now all these rappers gonna start trying to make reggaeton now. I can't. I ain't ready for it.
But I did feel like right, like as organizers, right, what can we do with it, right? Because it's the expectation is right. He's a celebrity. We already know what the deal is.
Right.
There's gonna be symbolism, right? He's gonna say stuff, right? Maybe some stuff that we either in passing agree with or on the surface agree with, right? But it really is what can we make of it, right? As organizers. And I think the thing that stood out for me, right, is he, while is kind of doing this one love, right, naming all these countries, so many of those countries are under attack, direct attack by the United States, like
literally,
right
literally.
now,
Yes. Was there a Venezuelan flag?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
everyone in South America.
Cuba.
I really didn't take the time to like slow mo through it to find all the flags. I just saw a whole bunch of them and I was like, okay, I saw the Dominican flag, and so I was like, what else is there? So I wasn't sure.
My sister's from Bermuda, so she was happy to be like, yo, Bermuda flag. So you got a lot of people was like, yo, we finally got a flag on the screen and being seen. So,
I heard Haitians were really, touched by being represented. I mean, or being called out, in that way. So
they just wasn't sitting next to the Dominican Republic. I mean, the DR people, right? It's like, all right, stay over there. A couple flags over. Big up to my man Kamal K. Franklin.
What's happening, folks? How y'all doing?
Good. What's up, man? You off your Super Bowl high?
The Super Bowl was played?
Right. Yeah.
I watched a little bit of it. I watched the Bad Bunny thing. Obviously, because I don't speak Spanish and I had no translation. I couldn't get it. The sceneries look good.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I think this got some political content, but I didn't understand that. So
yeah, it was classic. They did just enough to make people think they were doing something, and now people will spend the next 2 or 3 weeks talking about the symbolism and what it means, what the words translated to, and all the.
There's gonna be 1,000 think pieces. Yes.
Oh yeah. But I mean, y'all could just read my piece on Kendrick Lamar because it's literally the same shit, just in Spanish, and so like
the Spanish version.
It's the Spanish version, so I'm not rewriting anything. Just go read the piece on Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah. All she's gonna do is substitute Bad Bunny's name into Kendrick.
Yo, but back to what you were saying, Evan. Back to what you were saying about, he's an entertainer. He did his job. He entertained. Now, what do the organizers do? And it looks like the what you can build off of that is we are one. Now you can start telling other people that, all right, we're one. So you got to look out for this person. We need to organize if we are one. So probably build off the concept that we are one and use that to organize on a bigger foundation or something like that. What's your thoughts?
Yeah. I mean, and I'll even be more specific, putting in the chat a recent BAP statement, relaunching or calling out the anniversary of the Zone of Peace, right, and connecting it to this escalation on the attack on the Cuban people, right? Just the title, on the anniversary of the declaration of the Zone of Peace, the U.S. heightens its murderous assault on the Cuban people and the revolution. That's from January 30th. We also don't want to forget, right? Like the BAP is actively still pushing this boycott to FIFA and to IOC to ban the US and Israel from the games, right? So again, taking these points of like cultural, importance, right, and making struggle out of them, either beforehand or after the fact. And this is the boycott, kind of putting that in the private chat as well, so we can get into the main chat. But like, as organizers, right, like that's our job, right? I watched the halftime show, what I'm saying? I enjoyed the music, right? I caught, a lot of the symbolism, right? And it is what it is, right? But at the end of the day, like we got to think about how we're going to use it. And our people were watching it, our people were engaged. Some of our people thought that they got something out of that, that they were represented, right? And it's for us to take that cultural, experience and move them into a political one, right? So you want to talk about we're all America, right? North Shore America are Americas. All right, what does that mean practically? You know what I'm saying? And who is disrupting that idea? Actively. the U.S. empire, right? So I feel like that's the conversation we should probably redirect people to, and that would be my effort to try to do that today.
Because the more Agent Orange is in there doing this thing, it's about division, and division is working. So the fact that you can build off the "we are one," even if we don't believe all in the same thing, just like there's somebody attacking us, we need to come together and get this motherfucker out the way. I don't know.
Yeah, and even to the point of calling out contradictions, right? Like Haiti was called out and mentioned, right? But we all know, as Jemima Pierre, right, always says, right, like the leftism of Latin America stops at the door of Haiti, right? She was just on Millennials Are Killing Capitalism recently, talking about like all the lessons that we refuse to learn from Haiti, right? Just kind of teasing out all of those elements, right? So I mean, there are other ways we can bring it up as well, but yeah, I feel like that is a more productive way for us to kind of use this.
Yeah, and big up to Coco Jones rocking that red, black, and green out there, singing a song.
Is there a song that she does that I should know?
Was she repping red, black, and green?
Yeah, she had the red, black, and green stripe.
White with like a stripe. Listen.
Whoa! God damn, Renee! I mean, come on. She did have the red, black. She didn't have to have that on.
Let me tell you something. If you didn't tell me that one stripe in her dress was red, black, and green, I would not have known. And I saw a still of it, and I would not have known. So, like, listen. Can we not do that?
Yes, we're going to do that because she wore that on purpose.
Oh, she did rock the red, black, and green. I see it now.
Wait, so
look.
Did you have to look for it?
Well, I had to look. I didn't pay too much attention to the.
That's what I'm saying. But did you just now have to like
examine
the dress to see it? But you had to examine the dress, right?
She did red, black, and green.
She paid homage to Whitney. Yeah, with the white on and then had the stripe.
Homage.
Boy, I tell you, Renee's a tough cookie.
I am. You know why? I hate all this shit. I really do. I hate all this shit. It annoys me in a way that's probably unreasonable, to be honest. And like, I can't get excited by it. Like, I can't, like, if she really wanted to rep it, she would have wrapped herself in red, black, and green, not wore a white dress with a stripe that you have to like look at the still picture to figure out where the color's at. Like, okay. I realize that I'm unreasonably irritated by this. Like, don't take this as me thinking that I'm being like, I realize I'm being harsh, but I also feel like it's deserved. And so like, I'm okay. I'm okay to be that way. I'm good.
That's real. That's real, Renee. I mean, you know who really deserves your hate? That other halftime show.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Anybody look at it? Is there any videos of that?
There are a ton of videos of it, and they maxed out at like 5 million views, like at the peak. And
that's not bad.
I know, but when I tell you though, like this was the only thing about this Bad Bunny halftime show that I really appreciated was that I think, it broke some record, right? So it's in like the 150 million, something like that range. And they got 5 million views, which means they got like 3% of Bad Bunny. Right. And so like, I just think it's hysterical that they really tried to do their like America first.
Who was on it? Kid Rock and who else?
3 people that nobody don't know who the fuck they are. That's why nobody.
Nicki Minaj didn't perform.
But you know who did perform? Burn It Down, Kim Brown.
There we go.
Morning.
Here we go. Yeah. So what's the scenario?
So your boy Kid Rock was lip syncing. Did I say lip syncing or lip singing?
You did say like. Kim, fix your shirt a little bit. Fix your shirt a little bit.
Yeah.
What? Titties out. Sorry.
There you go.
The girls are ready.
I didn't say anything was wrong with it. I'm trying to help you. It's great. Do your thing,
please.
Trying to help y'all out. Don't we want super chats?
True. Act like I didn't say a word.
Say it again, Kim.
Good morning, Evan and Renee. People with home training. Good morning.
Good morning, Kim.
They was thinking.
Good morning.
I don't know about these other two.
Evan was thinking.
Oh yeah. So they did have an alternative concert. Was it the day of or was it the day before?
It
At
was
the same time,
halftime.
wasn't
Same time.
It was same time?
right?
Oh
Mhm.
wow.
Yeah.
That's diabolical.
Minister Server, if Minister Server's in the chat, Ear Doctor, you may know this. Come out, I'll be nice and say you may know it also. Who originally did the the bang bang, the boogie bigger bigger, the up jumps the boogie? I know it was somebody before Timbaland and Magoo, right?
To the boogie to the
You
boogie to
mean
be.
Rapper's Delight?
Now
or
what you
Sugar
hear
Hill?
is
Sugar
not
Hill.
a
I mean, is that
test.
what that's from?
Sugar Hill. Yeah.
Yeah, Sugar Hill.
Okay, I thought
I was
somebody
about to say, isn't that Rapper's Delight? Yeah, Rapper's Delight, right?
jumps
Yeah.
the boogie to the yeah. So did Kid Rock ever pay people properly for that? Because isn't that like his biggest song that he, jacked from black folks?
I
Sounds about
mean,
right.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
I'm actually more amused by the lyrics that people keep playing of him singing about wanting to sleep with young people and
Yeah.
that this was like the headliner for the super Christian TPUSA.
What?
But listen,
I know about that. That
listen,
is-
give it. I mean, they put Nicki Minaj out there like her music isn't totally out of control. So I mean, okay, cool. That's what we doing now. No problem.
Yeah. Can we give a big shout out real quick to Everyday?
Big shout out.
Ed Everyday. 5723 $20. Speaker of the Super Distraction, second day of SF teacher strike demands fund special ed, enough trusted teachers to keep kids safe wage, healthcare benefits. Shout out to folks feeding kids, but Larry Newsom, love cops, and Wamos, solidarity.
Word.
I guess y'all
Shout out
can
to the
interpret.
teachers on strike. Teachers
Y'all
are
can
on
break
strike.
that down.
What
that's
teachers
good.
are
Yeah,
on
the
strike?
teachers in San Francisco on strike.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
And
Okay.
the mayor is more concerned. Is that the mayor who's Newsom? Oh, Newsom is the governor, duh. But more concerned about Waymos, the driverless Chinese cars.
Oh, yeah, they
The
here in Atlanta.
Waymos
Big.
and yeah,
Yeah, big time in
Mm.
Atlanta.
that's awful.
Mhm.
Or nobody have a job real soon. Oh, you unemployed? Just go drive Uber. Psych. Waymos took your Uber job.
Let me tell you something. I am never getting in a driverless car.
Me
Nah.
neither.
Never,
getting
ever.
in
Just like
driverless
that poor child that was driving around the parking lot in the airport because the driverless car wouldn't stop. Nah, B. Can't be me. Cannot be me.
Yeah, I know humans are bad drivers. I don't trust the robot.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I mean, well, it's not a robot, it's a person in the Philippines. So there's that.
What do you mean? Like somebody's got like a little, like a
Did
stick
y'all not-
shift kind of thing?
Like a
Did
joystick,
y'all not
like
hear
a
about
Atari.
this? Yeah.
Really? That's what's driving the car?
So
No.
Waymo apparently revealed recently that their cars are guided by remote workers in the Philippines. So they're saying that the computer, that the onboard computer is like doing most of the work, but will be corrected by like some person.
Can I say something slightly racist or no?
Please.
No,
Please
please
don't.
don't.
Please.
Don't. Do
Please.
It's more, it's less about
Don't filter it.
I was like, do they even have the right lines on the street? Like, when you drive in the third world,
Right?
it's crazy time. Crazy time.
Dog.
I take the third world as a compliment. It's not. These young people don't like the term third world. For me, was a revolutionary term. Let's say the South.
Mm.
It's like
The
it's
global
got,
South? You want the global
Global
South?
South.
Before
Yeah,
colonization.
before, during, now.
Yeah,
now,
somewhat.
all of it.
Yeah.
The driving in Ethiopia. And I was in Ethiopia, I was like, get the fuck out of here.
Freestyle, son.
Yeah.
It's freestyle. You don't get it. You from Brooklyn and you talking about people in Ethiopia driving. Are we being
There's
serious?
lines in Brooklyn that people semi-respect.
Semi. Facts, yo. You see over in Asia how they be going around that circle thing and just jumping in. There's no lines and all
get it,
that shit
B.
is wild. They
I
better
mean,
drivers.
I will say, just to throw this in, I will say, lived in Japan and actually drove in Japan, and I will say that almost all of the U.S. teachers that tried to get a driver's license in Japan would fail every time they went to go get that driver's license, because notoriously we can't drive here comparatively to like someplace like Japan. Like the standards are just so much higher. So that was my experience.
Yeah, but it's Japan.
I'm
I
just
was
saying.
gonna say, so they're
Involved
they're
in
a
the
higher
Western
version
nation.
of colonialism.
Yeah,
So
they're just
Exactly.
bound
Yeah,
in
maybe
the
that's
Western nation.
maybe that's the moral of the story.
Yeah, I'm talking about old school. You know, the Philippines. So I got a joystick in the Philippines.
Exactly. Like
Mm.
I don't even know what the Philippines look like, but I just assume the roads ain't really.
Anyway, the point is that Uber, Lyft drivers, cab drivers were not paid little enough, so they had to outsource those jobs and say it's AI to pay them even less.
Yeah, no,
Wow.
that's crazy. I did not know that at all. I just assumed it was the camera shit that was supposed to be doing it.
Outrageous.
I don't know that. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't know if that makes it more scary that somebody thousands of miles away is looking at basically like mirrors or like video, like video cameras, and that's how they're driving a car.
We're not racist. We don't have power to be racist. We're bigots.
It's prejudged. We're a little prejudiced,
Yeah,
not racist. Just keep it straight. My bad.
Yeah, exactly. All right, y'all ready to get into some news and stuff like that? Because we here at the hour of 8:27, I believe, or something like that.
You already talked about Ricky Martin at the Super Bowl.
I did not know that was Ricky Martin. Even I was like, who's this good looking dude?
Right.
He's just too good looking.
Even Kamau.
Yeah, I was like, this dude is this too good looking dude. It's like Ricky Martin. It's Ricky Martin.
Yeah.
I was thinking. I was like,
Yeah.
Ricky Martin out here still fine. I said, woo.
Ricky Martin's 54 years old. He did not look 54.
54?
54.
Yes.
And that's how I'm gonna look in 4 more years.
That's how you gonna look.
Yeah.
You trying to build up to that?
You better start now. What are you talking about?
What?
Get
I'm
ready.
I'm still getting ID right now. What are you talking
He's got to
about?
color that hair or something. Something's going on. That 54, not a lick of gray.
Well, I'm sure
Hey.
he is coloring his
Yeah, he
hair
probably did.
by the finest stylist, the with the most skilled hands. But sheesh. Ricky Martin. Ricky Martin. If they said Ricky Martin was going to be straight for 3 minutes, do you know how many chicks I'd be elbowing in the head to get to the front of that line? Let me get to the front of the line. Ricky said he's giving out. Dang. Get out of my way.
All you need is 3 minutes.
Listen, because he like what he like, right? So I'm
Yeah.
assuming if he decide to play it straight for a second, it's only gonna be a second, right? So better hurry up. Better get in line.
I changed my mind again.
Yeah, it would have been great to have like Tito Puente and all the greats out there. Tito Puente's still around, right?
Oh, sir.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right. He did. He just made the transition a little while ago, right?
I think
I
Tito.
don't think so. I think it's been like 10.
I think he's aged, sir. I think he's been gone.
Oh, okay.
And somebody said Cardi B was there. Was that true or no?
Yeah, Cardi was there.
Mhm.
Like
So
a
not-
camera with a bunch of
why
other-
didn't she perform or something? Was she like just one of the dancers? Was that
Wasn't
it or
she
what?
super pregnant? Didn't she just have a baby?
I have no idea.
I know
It-
you.
I just heard she was there.
Yeah.
Her baby father was playing in the Super Bowl.
Mm.
Oh,
Stephon
She
Diggs.
was one of the dancers. She was in
Yeah.
like
let me
in
see.
front of the house behind the girls in
Really?
the whites. Yeah.
Yeah. There was like a couple of famous people there. Like Pedro Pascal was in front of the house too. A couple other people. Yeah.
Who's
And
Pedro Pascal?
what's
Actor.
there's another chick who was Jessica Alba is the one.
Oh, she was there too?
Who's out there? Yeah.
She's Puerto Rican?
No,
She's something.
Mexican.
All right.
Oh, okay.
You're down.
Okay.
Yeah, you're down.
Yeah, she
I might lose a stripe. I might lose a
And
stripe
that-
for that.
And
I
that
might
movie
lose-
Honey, I was like, whoa.
Oh my god, damn. Oh,
Yeah, really.
Oh,
All right, so
Y'all need some time to
She was
like.
like,
work
I'm
this out. Like,
Mexican,
what's
but I'm
happening?
we just took our time. We just took our time.
we good. We good now. We just have to
We
get
good.
it out.
We good.
We appreciate things. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and take our first quick break, and then we're going to get right to it right here on no other than the Remix Morning Show. So let's go. What's good, everybody? Welcome out to the Remix Morning Show. I go by the name of the Ear Doctor. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all. Hit that like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Go to patreon.com. Become a member over there. Get footage that's rare. Donate where at blkliberationmedia.org. Go get you some swag. We talking about merch. We talking about a hoodie. We talking about a t-shirt, a hat, a mug, whatever you could do. Show your love. All right, boom. We talking about weather today. Don't hate me about this weather I'm about to tell y'all. It's 72 degrees in Atlanta today, y'all. That's right. We out here in t-shirts, shorts, and sandals with no socks on. Well, some do still wear socks and sandals. I don't get it, but it's a Southern thing. Big up to DC also. They got a high today of 45 degrees. Not bad. I hope that snow is finally melted away. Chicago got a high of 40, which is yeah, it is what it is. That's Chicago for you. Houston, we ride what? Houston's 74, nice and warm there. And Virgin Islands, they got a high today of 79 degrees, which is also U.S. Virgin Islands. For those who don't know, it is part of the U.S. And last but not least, Mali. We're gonna go to Mali. It's pretty hot there. You know what else is pretty hot? The fact that J. Cole has dropped the new album called The Fall Off. And what he did is he decided to take it to the streets like the Doobie Brothers. You know what I'm saying? So let's see what he's doing out here. He's selling the CDs out the trunk. Yes. He's out there selling them, beating the streamers' asses like, y'all streaming, man. I'm going out here to the people and I'm selling my CD straight out the car. Even if he sells it for $1, he's making much more than he would streaming. So hopefully more artists are like, okay, you know what? Let's take it back. Let's do something to get away from the streaming. So salute to that brother for that. You can't call yourself the hottest rapper now that you done backed out of a battle, though. Just MC talk. That's all. But what do I know? All right, let's get back to it right here on the Remix Morning Show.
They're gonna buy that CD and then listen to it on what?
They gonna have to buy. The car still got CD players in them, don't they?
Kim, they're gonna pull out the disc and it's gonna have a QR code on it, and it's gonna link them to.
J. Cole, is he giving out a DeLorean with these compact discs? Like, I mean, nigga, well, listen to the shit on what, my dog? Like, what? Who got a CD player?
I do. I ain't going front. I'm in the car. I've been rocking CDs because I'm just like, yo, I just want to feel that old school feel.
This is your profession, ear doctor. We're not talking about that. We're not talking about you. We're talking about everyone else that does not have a fucking
not
CD.
A DJ. Hey, when was the last time you popped a CD into the old CD changer in the trunk?
So I will say, because I'm still driving my mama's 2007 Toyota Avalon, that the CD player is in the car.
Does it work?
Not in the trunk. Oh. If it works is a whole other question that I have not attempted to I have not even attempted that bad boy, not gonna lie.
Does it have an aux cord input output or no? Or is it kind of the in-between times in 07, the 07 model?
It's the in-between. So it's just the CD player in there. Actually, you know what? I don't think there's a cassette player in there. I think it's just the CD player. I do think it's just the CD player. But real quick, this I'm truly disturbed by this because they still look like wrenches on this side. So Ashley says we got to revolt against YouTube for giving the mods police badges.
Oh, they policing this
to replace the wrenches. And so I'm like, wait, what is happening right now? She sent 2 because she had to correct it. But so I was like, wait, but they still look like wrenches. But then other people are saying that they do see police badges. So I'm trying to understand what
in our chat. I see wrenches.
I see wrenches.
It is.
So this is really problematic for me, and I'm
absolutely. I mean, they give you options to change all kinds of, emoji, avatar, blah 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 on YouTube. Surely we can opt out of that, right?
That's crazy, y'all, because it's still a wrench on our side. I need to know what's happening here. This is problematic for me. We can't.
Well, I'm just happy on our side so far as wrenches. So hopefully that's what everybody else is
And
seeing.
A-Rob, go ahead and send another $4.99, and gotta is not spelled right. Put got to. Thank you.
What?
All right, I'll catch
You
y'all
correcting
later.
people's English? You?
I'm trying to get $4.99 more. Kim, you missing the point.
Wait, you correcting English? You? Anyway,
Of all the people.
I wonder if we've been
Y'all,
marked.
it is a badge.
Oh,
this is a
shit.
problem. We gotta figure this out.
People got to give us some more donations so we can leave YouTube. So this is the circular way in which it works. The more donations y'all give us, the more we can figure out a way to get off of YouTube. No, maybe. There you go.
If we had a number, if it'd be nice if we had like a number, if we could
That
like
we're
set
trying
a
to
goal.
reach.
Yeah, like hey, we need 30,000 to set up our,
We need 5
independent
million.
streaming. I understand that, Kamal, but if we had the audience that could give us 5 million,
That's true.
we'd be talking about the Charlie Kirk assassination. You understand? Like that's the channel
That's true.
$5 million.
Before I leave, I believe the Remix Morning Show or Black Liberation Media will be celebrating 5 years this month on the 20th. Am I wrong about this?
Oh,
Come on.
wow.
5
February 20th?
Yes.
The
And
day
Huey,
before the assassination of El Haj and Malik El Shabazz.
yes, it is. We shall be celebrating 5 years, y'all. So make sure y'all show your love.
I always get confused. Who was birthed when? Like we birthed something on somebody's birthday, didn't we? It was the
I
channel
think the
birth.
channel was birthed on Huey P. Newton's birthday.
Okay.
But I remember.
And this show was birthed on the assassination of Malcolm.
The day before. The day before the assassination. I don't think anything should be read into.
I don't think so. I don't know. We shouldn't be
No,
memorializing.
we should not read anything into that.
I mean, we should be memorializing, but we shouldn't be.
No,
All
we
right.
should go back, and people should go back and listen to Jared Ball's 100 Years of Malcolm. That's what people should be doing. I feel like that's one of the most underrated, greatest podcast series that I've ever seen in terms of clarifying Malcolm's ideological stances, his organizing, where he was at the time of his death. I just think there's a lot of good stuff there to get.
That's wrong.
100%. Well, Ear Doctor, let's go ahead and slap the map. Kick it to the news. Peace and greetings, everybody. Welcome to the Remix Morning Show, the Tuesday edition. This on the 10th day of February 2026. We got a full house for you today. We've got Kamal K. Franklin, the Renee J. We've got Evan, last name unknown. I'm Kim. He's just Evan. We don't know Evan's last name. Evan just showed up. I'm Evan. I'm Kim. We got Ear Doctor in the cut. And of course, Remixers in the chat. Thank you guys so much for all that you do, for always showing up here consistently. I even heard the folks was in the chat yesterday and one no host, one no show, but it was a chat. It was a chat.
We haven't quite figured out the Mondays yet, huh?
Not yet, but it's going to come together. And I think that's the thing. I don't know how many channels can literally schedule an event and people still show up and then just hang out and just talks amongst themselves. I think that is a particular very special feature of this platform. So thank you all Remixers for all that you do. Shout out to everyone that has already run us some much needed super chats. Thank you all so much. But if you want to support, always go to patreon.com/Black Liberation Media or blkliberationmedia.org. To get your merch, we got merch up there stunting. You can get your Black Liberation Media gear, your transitional gear, your winter gear, you're headed into spring gear. Shout out to all those that are down in Atlanta in 72-degree temperatures. I would just like to say the old folks call that pneumonia weather. So do with that what you will.
Shout out to Existential, Essential, who giving us $5, and they said thank you to BLM. So just saying thank you for that.
Thank you. Oh,
Pneumonia weather. Are y'all? Did
Pneumonia.
you teach your children
That's a
about
good one.
pneumonia weather?
Yeah,
I've never had that.
Oh, listen. Yes. Yes.
You just-
You know why? Because
the weather
upstate New
changes.
York gets you. Like you be so excited for this, like the
Yeah.
sun to come out in upstate New York that you be like, oh, it's warm outside, and then that's when the whole everybody gets sick.
Are we losing old black phraseology? You know how people say
Say
that we're
more.
losing recipes?
Mhm.
No, we're losing recipe, and which we are losing recipes. Please interview your elders and ask them in detail for the recipes and write it down, please.
And write it down. And
You know what
write
I'm
it down, please.
Write it down. But like, I feel like you tell a 20-year-old this pneumonia weather, they're gonna look at you quite stupid.
Really?
You know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute, that's not a real medical term? Pneumonia? Is that just a black term?
Pneumonia weather is the black term.
Oh, okay. Woo. I was like, wait a minute now.
No, pneumonia weather, meaning that
Okay.
if it's
No, I got you. No, I'm with you now. I'm with you now.
Okay.
I was a little worried. I was like, wait a minute, pneumonia is a black term? Is it
it
really
like sickle
is
cell?
it really pneumonia? And I'm just bucking it up all these years? What the
I thought he'd been lied to his whole life for a second.
Yet again.
Oh
So
my
yes,
God.
we're losing black phraseology, or no? Or okay, nobody cares. No worries.
I don't
Okay.
think I don't think we're losing it. I mean, I don't think we're losing it, but who knows? Who knows? Ear doctor's keeping it alive, right?
I think the problem is that these chillins always be coming up with new words, and so I think the issue is there's just too much. Like, can we just? I don't know why we got to have so many phrases that mean so many. Like English itself as a language is confusing enough. Why do we have to make it more confusing by adding more words? I just don't know. I'm not a fan.
We gotta make it fun, Renee.
Well,
Is
because
it fun?
we
Is
have
it
our
fun,
own diasporatic twist on it, right? We have created a whole nother subset of the English language, right? As Jamaicans did with patois, as our Haitians did with Creole. Here in the United States, Black people, our English language is different and distinct. So I don't know if old white folks say pneumonia weather. Maybe they do. I've only heard old Negroes say it.
Young white people only take the young Black phraseology, so I don't know how it's going to get transferred over.
Well, at one point they probably took pneumonia weather back in the day.
Maybe, yeah. 30 years ago.
I agree,
young
'cause
white people
I think Black culture is not exclusively, of course, but innovation is so important to Black culture, which again sometimes means that we do throw things away, or we do that's last year. That other
100%.
people take it and memorialize it and then make literally millions and millions of
100%. That
dollars off of
happens
it.
all
Well,
the
we're
time.
on to the next.
That's
They're
right.
they're like sitting there waiting.
We're not saying it's fleek.
Again, I'm sorry. Fleet created by Black children.
Created by blacks, but nobody's saying it no more. It's just moving.
Oh
on.
yeah, okay.
because white people started saying it, right? Like that is the young Black people make the terminology, young Black queer people, make terminology, and then white people pick it up. Older white people start saying it, and then it has to be retired, and then the cycle starts all over again. It's like
Back in the day, we knew it was day when it showed up on some sort of sitcom. Like if something showed up on some sort. It's like, what? It's like, oh, nobody say that no more. That's done. Becomes some catchphrase.
Oh my God.
All right.
So real quick, so this is not. I dropped something in the chat, and this is not on Erica's run sheet, but this is something that truly disturbed me during the Super Bowl ad stuff that played, because I just.
Well, I'll bring it up. Yeah. I can't. And yeah, y'all, I play this because if I had to suffer through it, everybody else has to suffer through it. So You want to set it up? Or you want me to play it?
You can just play it, and then we do.
Well, hold on. Tell us what we're going with.
No.
We're
going for the raw emotion response.
Okay. Well,
to
Kim,
the
look
Super
quick.
Bowl ad.
This was good.
You ready? Go.
Big screen, come out.
Bro, look at. Did you see that? Should we tell him? So bad. Oh my gosh.
Young Jewish kid for you, Kim. He's at his locker. It's written "Dirty Jew."
Do not listen to that. Thank you, man.
Thank you, man.
We're together.
Really big.
We both had the
People
Holocaust.
just for doing that.
So
So,
Randy
Kim,
starting the Super Bowl.
so this was
Yeah,
the
it
Super
ran
Bowl
during the Super
ad. It ran during the Super Bowl, and I don't know if you caught the black kid saying, "I know how this feels."
To be called a dirty Jew.
Yeah, sorry. Well, listen, let me just tell y'all. First of all, I almost screamed out loud when this played. Like, I literally was like, "What the fuck did I just watch?" And I had to look at my child because I realized that I was really angry watching Super Bowl commercials. And so, like, this whole thing. So this company, because y'all know how I get.
Yeah.
So this is what I discovered. This
Tell us.
company, right? This nonprofit foundation to, stop anti-Semitism is
Tony Blair's.
founded by none other than, you guessed it, Robert Kraft.
Oh,
Owner of the
Robert
Patriots.
Kraft. Another infamous sex predator, yes? Didn't Robert Kraft also get arrested
He
and
did.
prosecuted? Oh, somehow all those charges got dropped. Right. I don't know how that happens, but I think the sex workers actually were charged and deported. Funny how that works.
Wow.
Robert Kraft, good friend of Jay-Z and Meek Mill.
Right.
Didn't they buy him a Rolls Royce Phantom? I said these niggas
they
lost
did.
their fucking mind.
That was crazy too. It's like you got extra cash to buy this billionaire dude a car.
It was crazy. So the whole premise of the whole thing, because we're this wholesale of like, we have to remember that the blacks and the Jews are working together. It's just so infuriating. The whole thing is so infuriating.
He's like, I can't even do commentary.
And I know. I was really just like, what just happened on the TV screen? And I just couldn't believe that. You know what? Let me not say I couldn't believe it, because this is what they do. So I totally believe it. But just the caucasity of it all, right? To do this way, right? To it just.
To make you think that the only people who are being discriminated against, of course, are white males and the Jewish folks,
right?
Who are also white males, by the way.
Wouldn't this make the MAGAs lose their shit? I told you they was working together, the Jews and the blacks. No,
this is why they have their own show, Ken, so they could, as what did the guy say? So they could have a show for everyone.
Wow,
that is an interesting form of like hatred. Like for the whites. I mean, I guess it's all on a religion tip or whatever. And now they've made Europeans who took on the religion of Judaism like into a particular ethnicity. And obviously there was the folks who originally took it on as a religion probably were a part of a particular ethnicity, or not exclusively. But it's an interesting phenomena of racism. I'm going to call it racism, so-called anti-Semitism. That the white Christians don't like the white Jews, except for the ones, of course, who are the Christian nationalists who want to read into Israel being the forerunner or forebearer of the coming of Christ again and shit like that. So
there's actually a really good book called The Creation. It's the Creation of the Jewish People. I don't want to lie. I think that might be the title of it. But he explains the history of. It's not. When I first read the title, I was like, what is this book? Because Jared mentioned it to me, and I was like, what is this book about? But what it actually is it explains how this creation of Jewishness as like a people, right? Like as like an actual people, like you would say Ethiopian people, right? Like that creation is all, yes, invention. Thank you, Elon. It's the invention of the Jewish people is actually the name of the title. And
it's by Shlomo Sand. Is that
that sounds? I have to look in my. I can give me a second. I can look and make sure that that's the right. title, but I'm fairly certain. Yes, that's it. But it's fascinating because he actually goes back into the history of like the travels and how widely spread the religion was and how the religion spread even further. And he specifies how this interpretation of it being like one set of people is just nonsensical. And the reason I appreciated the book is because he, if I remember correctly in the intro, he started this process to prove that it was true and discovered that it wasn't.
on its face, I mean, Jesus. I sometimes I just don't know if something needs scholarly research. I mean, it's like it's almost like saying like they were from the land of Palestine. When again they searched for several different places to create their colony of Israel.
Right.
In Africa, in South America, other places, and they settled on Palestine, right? But for folks to really, I guess this is a way of embedding it into culture and history, and to make it something that now feels like it's debatable, or people even stop and think, well, wait a minute, these guys originally are from that area, that landmass? It's like, you mean the dude with the Polish name? You think his family, his people immigrated or were pushed out of Palestine through the Great Exodus and scattered across the land in Europe, and now they're rediscovering who they are to go back to their original homeland of 2,000 years ago? The fact that people concoct that into an actual, like it's some sort of history, like real history to be studied, to me is just one of the most amazing forms of historical propaganda, right? Not the only one, of course, but just one of the most amazing forms of historical propaganda that, again, gets perpetrated by mainstream institutions, which make people actually think. And the fact that they give you degrees to study this shit and to propagate this as these ideas of higher learning. It's like, and again, there's no problem or shame with it. People adopt religions, whether I like religions or don't like it. People adopt religions. They hear something. People bestow religions upon you. They force religions upon you. Happens in all kinds of ways. But when they begin to take it to the point of they're not only adopting the whatever they get out of the spiritual practice, and to know that those were us, again, these so-called chosen people. And that the people who most oppressed you are the ones who actually you're most like, So,
yeah.
Crazy.
Shout out to
thank you,
Rob. Crafts Blue Square Alliance Command Center monitors online convos about Jews, Israel, etc., and provides custom data to university presidents on what students and faculty on their campus are saying.
This is not shocking.
It isn't. It
not
isn't
shocking. But thank you for the. I didn't die once I discovered that Kraft was the founder behind it. I was like, oh, this whole thing is, because I'm like, you are a MAGA Trump supporter. There's nothing more anti-Semitic than you. And so like this whole like you're now going to be the person that's leading the charge on anti-Semitism when you support anti-Semitism is like wild to me. And so I just can't. But I was incensed by the commercial, and I just felt like everybody else needed to join me in my aggravation. So
no.
Renee,
right afterwards, there was a commercial there was that commercial right afterwards that was talking about anti-Islam, the Palestinian genocide, the hundreds of thousands of people who've been murdered by the United States and Israel. So
I didn't see that one, but I did see the new commercial about adding surveillance to your entire community so you can find the lost dog. Because that's
what it's used for.
That's what it's used for. It's used to help find the lost dogs, not to surveil your entire community. So like all these people with rings and it's so convenient. It is so convenient to participate in the surveillance state. So I hope the convenience is worth it for everybody, because that commercial where it showed like the cameras going out around I was like
terrifying.
Lord.
Well, thank you for bringing that horrible commercial into my life, Renee.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
I mean,
Nah,
but are the black child and the Jewish child going to go confront the MAGA child who wrote "Dirty Jew" on the child? Like, y'all, are we going to go confront the enemy together at the end of the commercial? Does that come about? Is that the next?
No,
one?
they
No,
actually-
they just gonna conceal it with a blue sticker.
that's what
and
I'm
they
saying.
turn around and walk the other way. Actually,
Yeah.
They actually run
peacefully-
away.
And
peacefully-
I
peacefully
also
come out.
want to point out
Peacefully.
the cultural appropriation, because wasn't it a black square in 2020?
It was. It was.
It was. I do want to say, shout out to the illustrious Dr. Jared Ball. Had a recent video, "Let My People Go: Gates and PBS Interweave False Narratives of Jews and Black People Part 1." I feel like we honestly have like just a resident expert, somebody who's just well placed to just debunk all of this. And I appreciate those videos from Jared. So check that out. And don't watch this commercial.
Yeah, sorry, y'all. I'm all about sharing the pain. Misery loves company. Sorry.
Oh man, what other stories y'all want to get into? We gotta.
There's a whole list.
We got
Shout
a
out
lot.
Erica. There's a
We got a
whole
lot.
list.
Yeah, I want to talk about I guess formally HBCUs. I don't even know what they're gonna call this school if you can't use black. FAMU.
Wait, what? What?
A Florida A&M University law student says the school told her to remove the word black from a Black History Month event flyer.
The school told her.
Row 6 on the right sheet. You want to pull it up?
You can't bring this up? What's going on?
I mean, do you want me to? I can. Let me see.
I got you.
So professional.
Who, me? I know, aren't I? All right. Go ahead, talk about it. I'll bring it up.
Yeah. So, I mean, essentially, Florida A&M University, the well-known FAMU, HBCU, let I don't know if she's the leader of this. She's a student, a black student at the College of Law at FAMU, was told that she is not allowed to use black. Woman was also on the list of words she was not able to use. She was told to remake the flyer only using the abbreviation. So she can do BHM, but she can't say Black History Month.
That's crazy.
I'm confused. Who is giving this directive? The university, and for what purpose?
No, so the university apparently is following state law in Florida and released a statement saying that it follows state law. There you go. That bolded piece. Florida A&M University has consistently been in full compliance with Senate Bill 266 and Board of Governors Regulation 9.016.
Yeah.
We support and have implemented the policy direction established by the governor, the legislature, and the Board of Governors as it relates to DEI and consistent with related federal court rulings. Florida Agricultural, Mechanical, and Mechanical University FAMU is committed to fostering a campus community that encourages the free exchange of ideas while ensuring an environment of mutual respect, safety. Let me finish, Kamal. Mutual respect, safety, and awareness. The university recognizes that freedom of expression is fundamental to academic inquiry, personal development, and civic engagement. That last part was important, obviously. So
I just want to be clear, right? I think everyone, this is a black school. This is a historically black.
So what was funny to me is as I read the story, I had to in my head go back and be like, wait, Florida A&M as in FAMU, as in the HBCU. Like I literally had to do that step because I was so confused by the story. But I'm also like, if you can't use black in Florida, then what kind of school is this? Historically what? College and university. Do you know what I mean? It's just so
historically B, college university.
You can only say HBCU. You can't say the whole thing. Otherwise you'll get in trouble.
And the fact that, and again, what you read from was their public statement, in which they said they support.
Yes.
They didn't even put out a statement.
But just real quick, there seems to be some follow-up of them saying that this was not, there's something else. They're basically saying like this is not the full story, that there was some kind of staff error. So I don't know what the full. Hold on, I'm gonna.
FAMU is saying that.
Yes,
said
that there was some kind of error, and that it was about the DEI something something, and not about the word black. But I didn't watch this news report, so I don't know what's gonna happen. I will say full transparency. All I did was read.
A private school? Is it a public
No, it's
institution?
I
public.
think it's public.
It's public. But the second YouTube chat is and I don't like to push buttons, so Kamal has to do it. So leave me alone, ear doctor. So just, somebody in the chat said that there was a secondary story to this. So I found the secondary story, and this is
Okay, I'm gonna bring it up.
thank you. So again, full disclosure, I did not watch it. So
Can we say historically brown?
Oh boy.
It's Tony Brown College. Okay, I'm gonna play it from the beginning. I'm gonna enlarge it, as they say.
6 report at Florida University says a staff level error led to confusion over using the word black in a Black History Month flyer. I'm News 6's Tylisa Hampton. A lot of these updates came out after our report on Friday. Students at Florida A&M University say they believe the difference was made after our story aired.
Of course.
So I was very happy that maybe that, what's going on might change now that the public is involved and it's been brought to light.
That is Florida A&M University College of Law student Aaliyah Stewart. We first spoke with her on Friday after she says her organization, the Black Law Students Association, faced pushback over wording for Black History Month flyers.
We couldn't use the word black in Black History Month. We need to abbreviate it.
Over the past several years, Florida's public universities have been prohibited from using state or federal funds for diversity, equity, and inclusion programs. Part of that is due to Senate Bill 266. When we first brought Stewart's concerns in detail to the university, they responded with this statement, noting they're in full compliance with the law. Since our report was posted on clickorlando.com, the story has gained traction on social media, shared by attorney Ben Crump and Grammy Award-winning singer SZA.
I was glad that a lot of people were having similar reactions to how me and my peers felt when we broke the news that, we were being censored in this way.
Days later, the university's president responded to our request with a statement highlighting the word black does not violate the bill. However, News 6 also obtained this lengthier statement from the College of Law interim dean sent to students saying, quote, what occurred was a staff level error, an overly cautious interpretation that went beyond what the law requires, adding that the issue has been corrected and won't happen again.
You do feel like this story made a difference for y'all?
100%. Before, it didn't feel like we were being listened to, and it felt like there was no urgency to the issue.
So that school is lying.
Yeah, I was like, okay. So,
hey, lying.
The story came out and the school backtracked, and all right.
But you know what? I will say though, if this in some ways the ability for the public response to force the school to do something different, I'm for that. Like I'm for that. Let's do more of that. Let's do more of that, like that response.
Yeah.
I don't like to hear.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, Kim.
I'm just saying all the statement, we are in full compliance. We are, we acquiesce to it's like, aren't these schools weren't these schools founded on basically educating Black people when it was, tenuous to do so, illegal to do so? These schools worked and operated as bastions of organized liberation, and to hear them in the 21st century just bow down. We're in full capitulation. We are complying with all the laws. No, we would never say Black in Black History Month on a flyer at a HBCU. Why would we do such a thing? That's in violation of the law. Like where's the cojones? Where is the leadership? Like, nah, fuck that. We putting black on our black ass flyer at our black ass school.
So you're giving them far too much credit, Kim. Historically speaking, they were institutions created to so-called educate Black people, but to also integrate Black people. They were not bastions of Black power. They were bastions mostly of the white liberal establishment. They didn't want Black people educated around white people, and then created these institutions. And also with creating these institutions, we're also supposed to be teaching Black people the proper way to behave in civilized white society.
I thought that was Howard. I'm thinking
That's
Floyd is
all of
something
them.
different. I thought
Except-
I'm
yeah.
getting Famu confused with Bethune-Cookman because I thought Mary McLeod Bethune was about that action, but maybe I got
No,
my
most of the
leaders
Black
confused.
schools
Yeah,
were not
say
founded
most.
on immigration.
Because
Certainly not Morris Brown.
Exactly, because Morris Brown founded in 1881. Was
Oh no,
founded
I meant
by-
Morris Brown was not founded as a liberation school, but as a
Can I continue? Founded by four blacks in 1881 by the Reverend Morris Brown that helped this the Underground Railroad and hid slaves that was trying to make their way. So yeah, these other schools like Morehouse, Spelman, Clark, founded by whites to do exactly what Kamal said. Let's
But look
get it
at
clear.
you saying Morris Brown hid out enslaved people escaping.
Yes. That's
okay,
what
that's
Reverend Morris Brown did.
revolutionary, is
Exactly.
That's revolutionary.
That one is, but not the other ones aren't. Yeah, they was founded
like
to
not
do
the other
exactly what he
sellout
said.
colleges that take up space.
You heard it here. Morris Brown is the only revolutionary HBCU.
Whoa.
But going back, I mean, the main point though is like again, I think for, like obviously it's the public pressure because even a statement they put out, if they were just trying to say they're following what they believe is the law, they could have put that statement out. Still should have got pillared, right? They still should have gotten the reaction that they got, but they didn't say it. They said that they support fully the implementation of that law. Massa said we can't say Black. We fully support Massa telling us not to say Black.
Shit.
Yes. That's what they really said until somebody else until other folks called them out.
Mm.
I feel like that was the part that like stood out to me the most of like, okay, like so this supposedly historically Black college and university is not standing up for Black students, right? And I think that is like, I think the thing, like that's the thing like stood out to me because like that is how they're framed, right? In popular culture, right? Like they are framed exactly as you say, Kim, as these bastions of Black culture and thought and as like, vanguards or like supporters of the Black community or, whatever. But like, that statement is more indicative of the role that they play in our society than anything else.
Mm-hmm. Big up to
everybody in the chat sticking up for their individual Black schools.
Big up to Wilberforce University, Minister Server, founded in 1856, first Black privately owned and operated in the U.S. Word.
Big up.
So
big
I'm
curious. That's how they get us. They treat it like sports team. Like they make us treat these institutions like we're like rooting for them to succeed and giving them money and all the rest of it. It's like what?
Well, that's what they do. But I'm curious about the Black studies or Africana studies or African anything studies available at Morris Brown.
Oh, it was great. We had some of the best.
Is that what your degree is in?
Yes.
It's in, what is it in?
African Studies.
It is?
Yeah.
Is that still a program that exists at Morris Brown?
Well, they're getting everything together. Right now, they only got one building.
Because they just got their accreditation back like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Right.
So they're trying to get everything together. They don't have a lot of students. What am I falling into a trap here? What was
you already did. You're
in the trap.
Leading you. She's leading you down the road.
You're like tangled up in like the
just let everybody know again that they don't have accreditation and so they can't really.
No, they have it now.
Yeah,
they got it back. It took like 2020 years to get it back, but they did get it back.
Because when you do,
but now they have no students, according to AirDoc.
Yeah. They don't have a lot of students. They working on it, but it's funny because right now you just had the president that got fired, rehired, and now he has some sexual allegations against him.
Oh, damn!
Come from footage that was brought up in 2019.
This footage?
Yeah, of him talking to a employee, possible employee that he was talking about bringing to the school. He said, "I would bring her, but I don't know if she can take the D." So yeah.
Whoa!
Whoa.
Wait a minute. He got hired back after that came out, or that came out?
No, that came out after he got hired back.
So he's about to get fired for a second time.
Maybe.
Oh, there's no way. There's no way.
Hey, Doctor, you need to be the president of Morris Brown. I think you would. I think you have the leadership skills. I think you have the recruitment, the panache for promotionalism to
yes, I agree.
Increase student enrollment.
Yeah. See, and when you got a private institution, you can bring in books of your own. See, my professors brought in books of their own. We didn't have to go by what they told us we needed to read. Our professors made books from other people's books, like great authors and scholars and stuff like that. So we got a different type of education in African studies, unlike these other schools. So I can't speak for them, but I can speak for my school. All right. I am, because I can big up my.
I'm trying to hold it all in. I just want to hold it.
My experience was not like yours. They not like us. All right, let's go ahead and take a quick break.
Somebody wrote on your locker, Kamau at Fordham. What happened?
Get out, nigga.
They put slash, they put dirty, and then they put nigga slash.
You not like us. Hey, what if we took out the word black and started using brown? Would that be unity of all people of a brown tone?
No.
I like being black. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, doesn't that separate us?
Hey,
some of us want to be separated.
Okay. But if we talking about unity and we talking about classism and we talking about most people that's brown are on the other side, wouldn't that unite us more as a people?
The other side.
Y'all think about that, and we'll come back on this on this topic right here on no other than the Remix Morning Show. Let's go.
Remix.
The value of my mind, it's hard to find for those that's blind. Yo, it's time. Time for a remix on a remix, y'all. Let's get to it like this.
As I stand here contemplating on the right thing to decide, will I take the wrong direction? Oh my life, where will I go? Will life ahead of me? I have strong determination, and I'm not afraid of change. I have yet to find that someone who is care to satisfy me, so stay right by me. Oh, who can I run to? Who can I run to share this empty space? Who can I run to when I need love?
All right, let me take you to a time and place. Let me take you back to 1995. We talking about with Escape off the album Off the Hook. Yes, name of that song is Who Can I Run To? Mixed with a little bit of beat by no other than the Air Doctor. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Go to patreon.com, become a member over there, get footage that's rare, donate where at blkliberationmedia.org. Thanks for your love. Please continue to show your love and go ahead and get you some swag like Kendrick Lamar will be rocking. You know what I'm saying? Get fresh. All right. Get you a remix shirt or something. All right. With that said, let's get back to it right here on the Remix Morning. Shoot! Yeah.
Somebody in the chat's wrong. They keep saying race is white and black, but that, I mean, one, race is a construct, right? A social construct, as we all say. But I mean, so what about Asian folks? Isn't that not considered a race? If you did consider these race things to be as racially real,
do they mean like it's clear cut? It's white and black, or do they actually?
They said only white black.
Oh,
so I was curious about that one. Not that I'm going to bring. Oh, they said Asian is an ethnicity, not a race. I don't know. I don't know who you are, strange man or woman in the chat. I'm not going to bring it on screen, but yeah.
And there's also a discussion about calling us Africans, you know.
Well, we are Africans.
So yeah, I mean that's
well, you know, isn't African named after Africanos?
Oh, you're talking about okay. We're all from that continent, that continent, no matter what you want to call it.
Yeah, because we could be called ourselves Cometians from Kemet, and then there's this whole thing about that. But when we're looking at how to unify, why your face like that, Evan? Then we look at how to unify ourselves. We still need to use a certain term. So I guess African would be the best term to unify us as a people.
It's been the adopted term, so you know, at some point we can do better. We can go back and come up with something new. Again, as inventive as the people we are, I'm sure like 100 years we'll come up with a new name.
Hey, doctor, until you let me know what the new term is, I'll be African. Okay.
Okay. What about panteosis?
What?
You know,
What
when
did
they,
he say?
you know, when they said all the lands was connected before
Pangea?
yeah.
I thought he actually said something like panties something.
That's what I was gonna say.
No.
Yeah, you heard panties also? I
I
thought
did.
I also
I
heard
did hear
panties.
panties.
Yeah, okay.
Yo.
I mean, how far are we going back when we talk history? Like when we talk about it. I mean, really, we're Earthians. Let's keep it like that. I mean, really, to say what it is, we're from Earth, and
So
that's
isn't
what it
Earth
is. No
also a
matter.
European word that we've adopted for the description of what the sphere that we live on.
Mm-hmm.
We speak English, so maybe we can change that too.
So let's figure it out, y'all. That's how we gonna get on the same team.
Come on, y'all got to give y'all for all of that. Y'all need to get the ear doctor some resources through Black Liberation Media. I mean, that man went to Morris Brown and look and look and look where he is now. You know, so $5 a pop or something. All right, what y'all got? What we got?
New
What we got?
story. What new story we go to next?
Renee, you went to Syracuse? Did you go?
I
You went
surely
to,
did. I went to
you
Syracuse.
graduated from Syracuse?
I graduated both undergraduate and graduate from Syracuse.
Everybody here went to a PWI, I guess.
I went
I
to
don't know
CUNY, undergrad and grad school, and Fordham for law school.
We have no HBCUs. Evan, I know you went to fancy school. What school? Tell the people again.
Fancy school.
Remind them again about your fancy school, baby.
I went to Brown University undergrad. I went to
Not with Ear Doctor. You and Ear Doctor were not.
You went to the real Brown.
Different Brown.
It was a different Brown. Different Brown.
Oh, I knew.
I knew. I don't know why you did that.
Yeah,
I said different.
Yeah.
I said
Continue
different.
on with your white education. Continue, please. Where'd you go?
Who?
No, I was
Brown
just
University. Brown University. Yeah. University of California, Berkeley School.
Oh, damn.
You know,
went to Berkeley for your master's?
not for nothing,
Yeah,
but like
business school.
for all the Ear Doctor's jokes, like you are probably the least like for all your HBCU education. Where are you at right now with that?
I'm doing it. I'm serving the people with media. Duh.
True. He's like, I'm right here on the same program you on.
Exactly with your PWI educated ass.
That's my point, though. But that's my point.
They all together.
In the end, right? Like
Lawyers, fancy brown, educated Negro.
right.
Liberation has a
all this
road.
stuff.
We
So-
get on the road at some point in our life, and we're going on this road, and we're going to travel, and we're going to get to it, y'all. And that's what it's all about. That's all I got to say. No matter where you got your education.
That's beautiful.
There we go.
Look
There we go.
at the Ear Doctor.
My school was like the second blackest after Morris Brown.
What was your school? Not my school. No, CUNY is the second blackest. CUNY, I think so. CUNY, I think CUNY outside of maybe
Wait, you saying do you mean CCNY?
CUNY is in the City of University.
I know, but there's a whole bunch of CUNYs. I'm
Yeah.
asking which CUNY did you
I went to several CUNY schools. I went to Baruch College, and I also went to Brooklyn College. CUNY as a university system, however, ranks
Right.
very high on its graduation rates of Black folks. So I pushed back. Like, I don't know what school you went to, Kim. I forgot. But
Sorry, I went to
What school
Temple
was it?
University.
Oh no, you're right.
Yeah,
in
I'm like, yeah, she got you
Yeah,
beat.
you're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Temple
It feels like it's supposed to be.
Could be, right? It's not a black school. It's not a. I wouldn't call it a white school either.
Everybody thinks Temple is though. I think there's a
I think
thing
it's
about
more. I
Temple.
think it's more white now than it.
I think it probably is more white now.
than
That
it
shit is
used to
sparkly
be.
now. It was not sparkly in 2000.
No, I visited Temple. So I will say the reason I did not go to an HBCU is because we could not afford it.
That
So
part, big time.
I applied to 6 schools. I got into 5, and my choice was between the 2 schools that gave me the most financial and academic aid, and I chose Syracuse. But I got into both Howard and Hampton, and neither one of them gave my family any money, and so
That part.
they were off the list.
I also got accepted to Howard, got accepted to Clark, Atlanta. I was ready to go to Atlanta. They had no housing. Same with Howard, no housing. And Howard's trying to charge what, 30 grand for, they was trying to put me in the freshman dorm with no air. My mother said, ain't no way in the world we're going to pay that money with no air conditioning. And that's something. Your air conditioning is a barrier to your education.
And she was right.
She was right, 100%. I went to community college 2 years, and then went to Temple.
I just saw.
All right, Evan, you got a story? You
No,
just
I mean, I was just about to say I saw horrible flooding at Howard. Just speaking about the horrible conditions that these HBCUs
100%.
put Black students in. For the record, but yeah,
I mean, they were sleeping in tents on the quad. So just
exactly. But as we think about what to call ourselves, I feel like this story coming up might help us give us a guide. You know what I mean? So we can just play that and go from there.
You want me just to play it straight out?
Just play it. Just go.
Oh boy, I'm a little nervous.
Nah, it'll be fine.
Black History Month, we're highlighting foundational Black Americans whose ingenuity, innovations, and labor play a critical role in American culture and infrastructure, including Alexander Miles, who...
So I'm gonna stop 1 second for my clarity. I need some fucking clarity. So this is actually ABC News Live.
No, is it?
It's
Listen,
on the
yes,
timeline.
it is. It sure
ABC
is. That's it.
News.
Yes, yes, it is. Yes,
They have
it is.
mainstream foundational Black
And
Americans.
he starts off by calling Black folks foundational Black Americans.
He gives examples, Kamal, so you got to let him finish. He gives
Okay, I'm
examples.
gonna let him cook, but
So-
I just need to go back because he didn't say Black to contributions
No,
of Black people,
No.
Black Americans. Okay,
Foundational. We're foundational, Kamal.
We
Let
got
him
to get
explain.
emails now.
Just let him explain. We're foundational.
Okay.
Black History Month, we're highlighting foundational Black Americans whose ingenuity...
Now wait, let me understand this. I'm going to stop this in a second.
That's about the shape up of a dude that wants to rep foundational Black Americans.
This shit sounds crazy.
It does.
Innovations and labor play a critical role in American culture and infrastructure, including Alexander Miles, who invented automatic elevator doors in 1887, and Garrett Morgan, who invented the 3-light traffic.
So obviously he's reading from a script, right? I mean, you can see in his eyes that he's reading something. So I don't know if he put the words there or there's a writer. I just want to know who the fuck put in. But this had to be approved because below it says honoring contributions of foundational Black Americans.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's not like he slipped it in.
No, this is an editorial decision. This is intentional.
Yes.
Okay. Wow.
Signal in 1923. And our next guest is working to ensure that foundational Black Americans' contributions are known.
Before the modern day toilet, the can, the pot, the throne, the john, whatever you call it, going to the bathroom used to be messy, uncomfortable.
Is this a commercial or is this the story?
This is just keep going. Just keep playing it. We'll
It smelled bad, and it could also spread disease. All that began to change because the foundational Black American invented the modern indoor toilet, and his name was Thomas Elkin.
Yeah, thank goodness for Thomas Elkin. And that is just one of many videos made by author and creator of Foundational Black American Legacy, Teresa Allman. She joined us Black History.
Okay.
There you go.
This shit is crazy.
There you go.
No, that's a spoof. This is AI.
It's got to be a spoof, right? It feels like it's got to be a spoof.
Come on. I
can't be a news
understand
segment.
the legacy media outlets are down the toilet a long ways, but come on.
Listen,
Foundational Black
here.
Americans.
We're over here still trying to figure it out. Black, African, right? Like, we're getting outpaced. We're foundational, apparently.
You 100% right about that.
I'm just gonna start pointing down. Foundational. That's how we foundational. Black American. This is stupid. I'm sorry.
That's a real segment. I know. I'm sorry. That's a real segment? I feel crazy right now. I
He
feel like
clutching his pearls.
I know. I feel like I'm being like one of those things. You feel like you're being punked. Like,
Are you sure it's not AI? Who has the AI verification? Run that shit through the tool real quick. Make sure it's not AI.
They're completely mainstreaming it. They're completely
Because
mainstreaming the term. Like, and I do think, just shout out to Two Black, because I do think that this is correct. This is low-key a logical trajectory of Black History Month and the Black First shit. Yeah, like I agree. Like I think this is a logical trajectory of where this has been going, and these FBA people have been out here like popularizing that term.
But it's also a clowning of the like when you did that segment, and then they go to a woman who's talking about Black people inventing toilets. Of all the inventions or creations or things to be taught, that's why part of it is like it's got to be a spoof. Or some cracker in the background who knows about this dude help put this segment together to one, make us look weird or bad, or to use this term, but two, also to clown, because why would you use, of all the things you could, and this is, if this, again, I'm not there yet, right? If this is a real ABC News story, this is not a local story. This is a national news. This is not local news. That is a national news show. So a national news show that would use who would take pains to be liberal. It just feels like maybe I can expect this from CBS now with their new people, but this just seems. It just seems. I feel like this has got to be. I'm totally like confused right now. I'm going to say that for real.
Maybe we're just in the minority of our folks. Maybe it's just us. Maybe we're just the holdouts. We're the stalwarts, right? We are resisting this next evolution from Negro to colored to Black to African American, now foundational Black American. Maybe we're the problem here, Kamau.
I do think there's a segment of our people that are engaging the term as like just simply descriptive. Like I don't think that they're plugged into and expressing the political kind of framing, the like anti-internationalism, the like xenophobia. I don't think they're expressing that like most of our people when they pick this term up. I will say that, at least in like the conversations I've had with people. But I do think, and it came up in the chat, I do agree with this partially, about foundational Black Americans as erasure and code for enslaved African people, right? And as I was listening to the spot, I did have that thought around like, how intentional is this? So when you look at the people like Alexander Miles, and I don't think this is coincidental. Alexander Miles was born free. Garrett Morgan was also born free, even though both of his parents were formerly enslaved. And Thomas Elkins, even though born in 1818, was seemingly also born free in Albany, New York. Slavery was abolished there in 1827, right? So I did wonder about like the choosing of who they chose to highlight, because the thought I had was like, are you saying foundational instead of just saying enslaved or formerly enslaved Africans? Right? Like that was the thought I had.
Just real quick, because I was curious, just so everyone's clear, ABC has since taken that clip down because
somebody made SZA made a call.
Somebody was probably like, yo, I don't know what y'all just did, but you need to research that a little deeper. And funny. So they took it down.
But the fact that it could get by. And they would
you
never
can't
say,
be surprised that it got
well, they would
by.
never say enslaved Africans. It would be ex-slaves. It would be like, you know what I mean? So I don't think that the news outlet would never do the opposite and call us informally enslaved Africans, but they would say ex-slaves and that kind of thing. But I get, it's one of those things. Like you think that the depravity can't get any lower or the weirdness can't get any lower. So again, I'm used to my racism in certain ways. I'm not used to some of these terms being sort of mainstreamed in this way. I consider the FBA to be this kind of like fringy, almost underground. I think it's gotten attention more from the whites because Tucker Carlson said something about it, but it's not necessarily. But I guess maybe it was a few years ago when one of them did a story on the other, what's the other name? The first name, the ADOS people. I think that's a story on something.
Yeah.
But at least that was a story that can say this in a controversial news segment. Some groups are developing a new term for what we would used to call Black Americans. Like something like that, which seems like a segment talking about it. I might not like that either, but at least that sounds. The fact that this was adopted and sort of this put in there as part of this, a regular part of the news story, is I think is what I found or find more.
Yeah. And somebody said it in the chat, and I was trying to let folks speak. It's still out there. And so it is definitely deeply problematic. But I will say I get a nice little chuckle because the FBA people are pissed that ABC took it down.
Oh, they are?
Wait, they're pissed that they took it down?
Of course they are. No, that's great
are.
propaganda for them.
Because for them, this is proof that y'all are trying to disappear our foundationalism.
And it's great propaganda. That's a huge piece of propaganda to, again, a corporate basically white-owned, but corporate mainstream station, like of the 3 or 4 networks there are in this country, is doing a story labeling Black people foundational Black Americans. Not in parentheses, not in like, some kind of quote, air quotes. They're literally saying we are foundational Black Americans. That's a huge propaganda lift. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
So
and essentially it being on ABC News, it for them, like, so one of the things that I saw said even ABC News recognizes them.
Even
I can't even say it without laughing.
What was the name of the anchor? Y'all recognize the anchor?
No, but
No.
let's find that out because I'm curious. But I'll be back, y'all. I'm listening.
I mean, it's just kind of proof. Not that anyone. This is a shock to no one, but y'all, anyone that is sitting in one of those chairs, one of those big corporate seats, not going to push back, not going to challenge anything. And it's like that still is jarring to me because it's like ultimately, even if you're not writing the words anchor person, news person, they still are coming out of your mouth. Okay. Like you are going to be the one referenced. You are going to be the one clipped for reciting the script that someone else put in your mouth. So maybe you should read the script in advance. That always helps. And maybe push back. But the problem is you can't be sitting in one of those chairs, working for one of those networks and push back on something because we only need compliant Negroes here. We don't need thinking Negroes. Sorry. Can you
Money
read the prompter?
dictates how revolutionary you are.
Read the prompter.
Say that again, Doc.
I said money dictates how revolutionary people can be.
I don't disagree with that. 100,000%. And anyone that is platformed and Black in a corporate space, and especially in the media space, know that they have been and are happily co-opted. I mean, shit, it's comfortable.
Yeah. It's also interesting to look and see how folk, like, again, we give these people who are on the air this feeling of like they're extra smart or they're, again, discerning, they're extra smart, they understand things. It's like, no, they got a regular old degree and they looking to be famous, or when they don't necessarily read, and most of them, to be honest, don't, even the ones who are covering history, world history events, read within a certain limited framework or whatever. So it shouldn't be shocking either that, I guess, that someone would do that, because that's the whole way in which they get them to want to be famous and well known, and they see it as uplifting their career, that they could do any story. It could have been like, and niggers, and he would have read that shit straight out most of it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
This is nigga history. But he would have been like, yep, I'm coming to read that. Yep. Until SZA put something out and told him like you shouldn't be reading that. I think SZA's like our leader now or some shit.
He must have been like a temp or something. I can't find. I'm like, who is this dude?
They removed the story and he's been fired and removed from the website. They did it all as soon as that shit aired.
And all he did was do his job and read what was in the prompter.
Sorry, see how they do us.
That's exactly how. Anyway. Next story. Hey, remixers. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us today on this great, fantastic Tuesday, 10th day of Black History Month, 100 years of Black History Month here in the Rotten Colony, even though it probably should be several hundred years of Black history if we count it legitimately. But regardless, here we are.
We've hit a high of over 380 people so far at one point. So yeah, so fantastic. Thank y'all. We need those likes, those shares, a couple of dollars, pop in some resources for us. Do I have to get into an argument for you guys to bring in resources to the channel? Is that what has to happen? Must there be more fights and arguments for there to be more resources for the channel to get?
Did it get clipped? Did we clip the argument? I think we need to go back and clip our greatest arguments, because I don't think we've taken nothing down over the years, right? So
that should be like a rerun show. You just clip all the arguments. And
the arguments, yes,
for 2 hours.
Fantastic. You mean like 7 hours? It's like got to be 7 hours.
I mean, it's a library that you can pull from for rerun shows. That's what I'm saying. That's my point. That's my point. However many shows it is. I'm sure it's more than one though. Come out, you're right.
Man. I mean, earn your liberation all by itself.
By itself, that's a full 12 hours of content of just the arguments.
Oh man,
just the arguments. Oh my god,
you'll never see that level of content again here. I'm telling you.
I mean, speaking of arguments, I did come out. You saw I did make a special a special entry in the run sheet just for you.
Mm-hmm.
But I did mean for it to be a more productive conversation than maybe where it ended up last week. So, you know.
Oh, we could definitely do more. I saw it like more Chomsky stuff. We're talking about definitely.
Yeah. So I mean,
we give a shout out to Oil House sending in $49.99. Shout out to Arturo and Carter.
Arturo,
whoever that is.
Shout out.
Shout out to him.
Arturo who?
And Carter.
Arturo and Carter.
Yeah. Big up Arturo and Carter, $49.99. Oil House,
thank you, Oil House.
Yes, Star Max asked, did he apologize? I guess that's to me. Actually, me and Jackie spoke right after the show on Thursday. I did offer. Why are you laughing at that? I shouldn't say.
Sorry. I just the way the chat is like on you, like, did he apologize?
Hey, I know I feel
go
like
ahead,
he apologized. So we did speak right afterwards. We are cool. We actually spoke again via text over the weekend. We are cool. We have we still probably still disagree on certain elements of what's happening in terms of all the kerfuffle around Chomsky. But I think the more important thing is from my point of view, I fully will say to her on Thursday when we maybe see each other live again for the first time, that I do apologize. I don't like to go overboard in terms of arguments. I think they should be as much as possible fact-based. Obviously, I know emotions plays into it, but it's never my disposition to get people upset through that kind of stuff. I don't mind arguing, but I think at some point we all got to pull back, and I feel like I probably should have pulled back.
But I gotta say this. The thing is, I stood up for what? I stood up for my brother Kamal because it's like certain things, like you take the Bible for instance. I agree with thou shalt not kill, but I do not promote and I do not stand up and say I stand for the Bible now because I agree with a line or two that's in the Bible. That doesn't mean I'm a Christian in promoting it. So when he said that I believe I stand behind some of the lines that the Chomsky guy said, it's a line or two. He believes that. He is not promoting the outside of what all that other stuff he does. So that was some bullshit. And y'all people in the chat room better stop instigating. We a team up here. So y'all gotta stop that instigating shit. I know y'all want to see division for ratings and stuff, but nah. We roll with each other and we got each other's back. So know that this dude is not supporting no pedo. Come on. Stop.
And yes, I do agree with Ricky. We and Ricky had a good conversation too, and she made some corrective statements about where she thinks a larger or more a better argument lies in terms of talking about Chomsky and his politics, right? So I still hold to, people are saying that they chew me up in the chat. Fuck a chat. Fuck a chew up. You don't run me and I don't give a fuck. So let me be clear about that. Two is I still feel like we can get into the story. It's still selective outrage in terms of the way people are coming or acting, because we all picked the people, in my humble opinion, that folks are choosing to all of a sudden, particularly from the left, go after. So that part I still won't back off of, even if again, it is well deserved based on his apparent allowing, even getting close to somebody like Epstein, to be honest, right? I mean, somebody who gets close to Epstein, who has the evaluation that he has around, who may not known or been involved in, obviously, what the assumption is was not involved in. The other assumption is the question becomes whether he knew or did not know. Even if he did not know, the fact that he palled it up with some billionaire corporate dude, I think also is something that he should be sort of piled on for in that way. Again, it doesn't mean that I don't think his scholarship was not worthy or helpful or supportive of left movements. That part I completely won't back off of.
And I mean, I think all of this, it plays into the same. Evan, you look like you did. Were you about?
He's about to go. Okay, you want to go, Evan?
No, I'm just really.
Let me apologize in advance to Evan for when me and Evan get into the fight, and he.
Evan just gonna torch you in your foot race, and then it's all gonna be done. So, I just want to say, like, I feel like all of this falls into the same realm of like this whole like art, culture, writers, like all these people, like what happens when they do something that is completely against what you like your beliefs are, right? So do you throw everything out because you complete like you know like and that's the decision that people have to make for themselves, right? Like people still rock with Jay-Z, I can't do it, right? Like people still rock with Diddy, I can't do it like that. And I fully recognize all that, you know, they contributed to the music, to the industry, all those things. I just can't do it. And so I think the issue here, it's in the same realm of what do you do when you discover that someone who you believed in, who you entrusted to teach you things, whatever, like what happens when something like this comes out? Like how do you, and this is a general question. This is not just about Kamau. This is not like, this is in general, like how do we confront these things? Because it's a problem, right? And this is how these fights about like, you know, symbolism, and this is what, you know, this is what these things do. Like it just, to me, it's always this argument about like how do you manage a situation when something like this happens, right? Like what do you do in this situation when something happens where you have to just be like, I need to separate myself from this person, but historically you felt like they had something valid to add to whatever thing it is that they added to.
I think that's an excellent philosophical question, because I think that the society is trying to wrestle with that as a whole right now. There's a white sister who has a social media series where she is going back in history and revisiting it seemingly some of the British literary greats, like who wrote Alice in Wonderland, Lewis Carroll, several others, you know, these lauded authors who have written the classics. Well, they were giant pedos, right? Like they were terrible people who abused children in plain sight. And should we be still holding these people's works in reverence? And I think that we should reassess. We should check out, number one, whatever they are accused of doing or confirmed to have done, or whatever behaviors they may have enabled, versus the contribution and the value of the work that they have put out. I do think you can throw some people away. I'm not sure if Noam Chomsky, whatever he's accused of doing or knowing, I'm not sure if it rises to that. For him to be a pedophile sympathizer is bad, but compared to all the rest of the stuff, and I know that's not even a good comparison, but compared to what other people in the Epstein files are accused of doing, Noam writing Jeffrey, you know, kind of keep your head up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't see anything arranging visits with underage, you know, women and underage girls with Noam Chomsky. I didn't hear him say, you know, set me up with blah, blah, blah. He told him to
Yeah,
keep
that's
his head
not really the accusation is more than
Just
he
real
associated
quick
himself
about, I
with
just want
somebody.
to just real quick, I just want to be clear. I'm not like this. This is not just about Chomsky. Like, I want people to understand my question is, I'm saying, and this is not for you, Kamal, because I think you were about to answer it. Like, I'm not, this is not about Chomsky, and like, this is about the larger question of what happens when someone who has had some widely spread contribution to something is pointed out to be problematic. Like, how does that get addressed? This is a larger question.
But let me just say one quick thing. It's that and more. It's not only about how someone is pointed out to have a contradiction or to do something that people are opposed to or against or disgusted by. It is also what are the motives also that are driving some of the outrage, and what is, again, to the selective outrage. And so a perfect example is not Chomsky. A perfect example is Malcolm X, right? Malcolm X, who most Black folks in particular, Black folks don't give a fuck about Chomsky, right? Black folks, and particularly the organizer, activist, radical revolutionary Black folks who claim to love Malcolm, to respect Malcolm, to want to be like Malcolm. Malcolm X, when Malcolm X found out that Elijah Muhammad was having sex with secretaries, Malcolm did not leave the nation of secretaries who were teenagers and impregnating them. Malcolm X did not leave the Nation of Islam. Malcolm X did not write a letter stating how terrible it was that Elijah Muhammad was doing this. Malcolm X conferred with people in the nation, one of which famously was Louis Farrakhan at the time. I forgot Louis Farrakhan's prior name, but at the time conferred with him about how do we use biblical and Quran verses in order to rationalize the fact that the leader was doing something which was opposed, or something that was wrong, morally wrong, but part of fulfilling prophecy, right? Anybody who's read anything about Malcolm, including in the autobiography, would know those basic facts. Malcolm X never left the Nation of Islam. The Nation of Islam left Malcolm and kicked Malcolm out, right? Malcolm cried on the phone to Elijah Muhammad to be brought back into the nation after his commentary around John F. Kennedy, after the whole blow up in LA. Malcolm wrote letters to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, begging him to allow him to stay within the nation. The nation kicked Malcolm out, right? Put him on a 90-day suspension and then kicked Malcolm out. It was only after the nation went after Malcolm that Malcolm used that information to then disparage the nation because he was angry, right? So people have a selective outrage at times around what it is that they consider to be disgusting or terrible or that they can't forgive, right? Any reading of Malcolm's history during that time period would say that Malcolm was wrong, not because once he found out what he found out, that instead of acting on it in a way in which most people are assuming that a Chomsky should have acted or others should act when they found out people are doing wrong, right? He did not do that. But these same people won't pillar Malcolm, and nor should they pillar Malcolm, to be honest. That's not what I'm calling for. Calling for like a clear understanding of what people's contributions were, what their mistakes were, how do you move forward past that? How you don't idolize anybody in that way in which they have to be up on a ladder or up on a pedestal so you can one day just pull them down. That's not the point. The point is to understand that people are fallible, make mistakes, do terrible things, and should be called out for those things without necessarily not thinking about what were the contributions that somebody made, right? And that's my only argument about this stuff. It's not that I think Chomsky is some pillar of society that can't be chastised or talked about. All I'm saying is that somebody, no, you're right. Chomsky is not Malcolm. In fact, I would say in this instance, Malcolm did something that you would consider to be worse than Chomsky, right? His leader was accused of something and he knew his leader had did it before it reached the public eye. So that's a part of it that's like, for me, it's like, this is not just about the fact that people think Chomsky did something bad. It's like, there's also people with political axes to grind, particularly folks who don't like Chomsky's politics, who consider it true, maybe not revolutionary enough or other things like that, who now see a way of knocking that person down so that they can hold up somebody who they consider to be more revolutionary, and then puts out information about that person. But I don't think that's necessary, right? I think you can have the discussions around who people are, what they did, what issues they have, without necessarily knocking them down or suggesting that they're what they contributed, whether you gained from their contributions or not, means nothing anymore. And that's my basic argument.
Yeah, thank you for that, Kamal. I think for me, the stuff I wanted to highlight was more. Let me see if I can get to it. I think this comment from Elon was helpful in terms of what I was trying to get to. Like, his support of Epstein only reinforces how scholars in the academy function and their loyalty to empire as a whole. So I did want to go through like the letter. It's not important right now, but I mean, like the letter that Chomsky wrote, those that read it, was pretty awful, and very much was like indicative or like echoed like the way that like white men have talked about woke politics in general, and like, being targeted, right, by, I think you use the term vultures in the letter or something like that, right? This is to a known sex predator. But I think, with that, I think leads into, right, is this relationship to power, empire in the first place, right? And then that also leads to the critiques that like somebody like Gabriel Rockhill has made about, Western Marxism, right? Because we see it in the chat, people are highlighting the fact that, Chomsky, throughout his career has kind of always been this anti-communist, anti-imperialist figure, right? And has kind of positioned himself, very strategically to, have some, good points, make some good points, right? But broadly speaking, have an analysis that does not fundamentally challenge empire. And I think that's the contradiction that people are trying to work back to, right, from using this kind of association. So that's what, that's really all I wanted to highlight. And I don't want to kind of, take it too far off the rails. Also, I know we only have 9 more minutes. So that's all I had. That's all I had. That's all I had.
I mean, but even make to Kamal's point, bringing up Malcolm's contradictions or his shortcomings, his failings in that specific area. I mean, it just goes to show you how rampant child sex abuse is. What aspects of our culture and our society does it not touch, right? Like if it ranges from the entertainment to the business world to the political world to the religious world, like this is how pervasive of an issue child sex abuse is. And even your favorite or your favorite adjacent is likely very close to a child sex abuse type of situation, and I because of its pervasiveness, we do have to directly confront how do we deal with, how do we hold accountable, how do we judge, or how do we try to correct those that not the ones that are doing the harm. We know what to do with them. I hope I hope we know what to do with them, but those that are in the ether of the atmosphere of these people, like even if they aren't directly connected, at a certain point you should know something, right? Like certain things should be obvious, or you should have a very good idea, or streets have been talking or whispering long enough that you can't just pretend that you didn't hear about this or you had no idea. So I think it is important that we figure out how to confront those people directly doing the harm, and those that have been either enablers or in the orbit of those that are known to be harm causers. But it's everywhere. Like it's inescapable, unfortunately, and we have to also confront that tragic reality.
What did Homeboy say? He was a friend of the show. The entire creation of the United States is an Epstein file. It was like a one giant Epstein file, right? And like,
I haven't heard that. That's cool.
I'm like that is what it is, right? And like we could, talk about the ways in which child and general sexual abuse is normalized within the prison system, within these detention centers, right? The ICE is sending people to, right? Like this is a part, this is how this country was built, and this is a part of it, right? And of course, the ruling class of this country engages in this, right, on a regular basis, right? And when it becomes public, right, some people end up dead in a prison cell, I guess. But Hiram, thank you. Credit to Hiram, right?
And the concentration of power and wealth, and how it draws all these folks to it, from your right wingers to your liberals to your left wingers, all looking or getting seduced or getting drawn in by capitalist billionaires who have been, working not only for themselves, but working to keep going the empire itself, and to do whatever they want within it without thinking that, at least at the time, that they would suffer any consequences or whatsoever. And even after they were exposed for being who they were, still did not lose all their friends. And you can say, including a Chomsky, did not lose all their respect and credibility until it became untold, right? Until it became such a big story that people now who were totally involved with Epstein lie and said, I never emailed them. And then there's like 400 emails or 4,000 emails. You know what I mean? So it's also a way of showing how people will the way in which the society operates, like suckle up to power and wealth, and what allows that to continue to be the dominant factors in our lives. Like, you know, again, from the Republicans to the Democrats to the right wing to the left wing, they were all suckling and trying to get close to someone who at their very core was a U.S. imperialist and a Israeli imperialist, right? Working to keep empire going, as well as working to make his sick fantasies real, and making people a lot of money in between time.
So can I ask real quick? Can I ask the question? If we're clear on like what this group, this immensely large group of people, right, who are all part of this structure of the oppression of people, right? And we're watching as these things unfold and seeing how all of these people were working together. So obviously they're all okay with this plan, right? Why is anyone who was okay with this plan someone for whom should be highlighted for any of their political ideology? If at the core of it, you're okay with imperialism, you're okay with colonialism, you're okay with Zionism, you're okay with those things, right? Why should any of your anything that comes from you be something that I should take seriously as an oppressed person? This is a general question I'm asking.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess in reference to, and a Chomsky would be a perfect example, right? Again, people have different ideas around what Chomsky represents. I actually do think he's a left pole. It doesn't mean he's the furthest left, but I don't think Chomsky was down with U.S. empire. I don't think he was supporter of U.S. adventurism. I think eventually he was no longer a supporter of Israel, but I think at first he was a two-state solution person who was talking about the human rights of Palestine, of Palestinians. So I do think the politics, in this case, I think there are sincere politics. So I don't think it's just basically the politics don't matter, right? And you can say it's even harder for people to accept the fact that somebody with such strong politics was sucked in or allowed themselves to be sucked into that orbit and still played in that orbit, apparently for individual benefit, right? And a lot of folks are saying, like, you know, Chomsky had money issues because his first wife died and his kids were fighting over money and he needed help with this, or some of it was academic driven and all that kind of stuff is some of the things that are being put out. And so he ignored things, or maybe did not know things until later and still maybe ignored them. I don't know. So I do think that even with that said, again, to me, the bigger thing is not so much that he should be, that we should, again, say that because somebody is drawn in or is associated with somebody who we think is bad, then again, that just happens too often. We come into close contacts with people who we don't share politics with, we don't share ideas with, who we think are working for the empire. That happens all the time, right? In different ways. The question is whether you do something like in a negative way, like a Chomsky, and keep it going. But once you find out, do you break off contact, or you do stop, or do you try to withdraw, or do you do something even stronger on the left to try to say, like, yeah, or are you just honest with it, right? CMB, Community Movement Builders, we get grants. I'm sure those grants are for some of the fucking richest institutions in this country, or rich people who are putting money into foundations and grants, right? So we get those resources. Those resources have been shared with many people on this platform, many people in the organizing community, many radicals and people who consider themselves revolutionaries. So is that to say that if we took money from Ford and Ford is the devil, that I am so therefore now the devil, unless I say Ford is the devil?
I don't know. I feel like you're flattening my argument a little bit, because it's not about this general, like you taking.
Said it was a general question.
I'm speaking specifically to what you're saying, like you taking money from regarding a grant and using it for the purposes that you're using it for is different to me than someone who fully embeds themselves within a system of people who are actively working to support empire and imperialism. That's my, like, and again,
It's not just about
When you say
Chomsky.
someone who fully embeds themselves, you are talking about Chomsky, or you're just saying anybody who fully embeds
anybody, because this is my question, right? And this is the thing that I really do struggle with. I am trying to understand when we recognize people as a part of the problem, right? You are somehow supporting, elevating, doing things that are allowing the empire to continue its purpose, right? Where I can't stand you, Kamal. I can't even. You just,
I'm not laughing at you.
I know
I'm
you're not. I
I'm
know, but
laughing
you
because
laughing
somebody
at the
said,
chat, and
I know
it's
somebody said
distracting me.
Chomsky is part of Black history now, and there's a 1,000 other ones that are funny, but I'm trying not to laugh at funny times. I
So I'm
apologize.
just, and this is, I'm really, what I was trying to do was remove. I don't want to talk about Chomsky because honestly, like, I didn't really rock with him like that. So I can't, like, I have no argument of like, oh, I'm trying to understand, as oppressed people who are trying to fight this battle, where do we draw the line of saying we are not going to engage with these people who have actively worked to support empire and to go against everything that we're trying to do? That's the question that I'm asking. And it's 10:02, so we don't really have time to answer it right now.
Ooh, we answer it on the Patreon. We can
We
take
could do a
Patreon.
Patreon. That is true.
Mm-hmm.
Not today, but we can.
Yeah, not today, because I got to go get my hair done.
It's always not today with y'all.
Sorry, yeah. So I have to. I do have to go, and I do want to highlight something. The ASSG coming up for PACA. I apologize. I know Josh and Two Black had comments around Malcolm in the chat. I did not get to those, but essentially calling out the fact that Malcolm did warn people not to
after he left the nation.
Right. Yeah. I just want to clarify that.
No. But I also need to clarify. You can't just put the comment up as if that comment means something.
Yes.
When that comment was encompassed in what I said after Malcolm left the nation. Well, after the nation left Malcolm, after the nation kicked Malcolm out, then Malcolm tells you not to join the nation. Malcolm did not leave the nation. Malcolm attempted to stay within the nation, knowing everything he knew, because he still thought the nation was a valuable organization that could be corrected and changed and fight continuously for African people. Malcolm said famously, "We created the greatest organization in the world until niggas messed it up." That's how Malcolm felt about the nation. He was not happy to leave the nation. He was sad and angered by what he thought the nation turned into.
Fantastic.
So bring up the thing you needed to bring up,
yes.
Evan, because I don't want to get
this Wednesday.
Fantastic.
February 11th, 7 p.m. in person and virtual. PACA's Sasha Core Study Group, please come out. Mobilization, organization, developing a mass movement. We will be engaging some of these contradictions around the mobilizations that you've seen, how that is or is not turning into organization, and we'll be digging into those contradictions. So please come through. I've put the link in the private chat, and then we'll come into the regular chat. So thank you, everybody. I do have to jump.
Yeah, I was about to say, don't get in trouble being up here.
Did Ear Doctor just abandon us? I mean, he
put in the chat and asked me to make sure we end properly. So Evan, go, Evan. Don't get in trouble, man.
I'm going. Peace.
There's nothing muddling about I'm going to do my own show about this.
Oh,
I won't really, but no, I'm not.
Well, Josh has made the suggestion that there's a Patreon struggle that
we should do a Patreon.
I'm not opposed to that. It just can't be right now. So
okay, I'm down with
that. But Kim, I saw you did a Saturday this weekend. Is this a new schedule that you're doing?
It was not. I did not feel good on Friday, so I pushed my show to Saturday, trying to make sure it did not conflict with the other programming here on the platform. So hopefully, but no, Saturday is your day, Renee. I'm in
the morning though. I don't argue with folks after 1 o'clock. I'm done. I'm done.
But I know, but out of respect, I give you the whole day. You know what I'm saying? That's your day. Like Jesus, like God. You know what I'm saying? And on Saturday, she talked her shit and then she rested, right? So no, I let you have it. But that will not be an ongoing thing. But you guys can come hang out with me tonight, Tuesdays, for Burn It Down with Kim Brown, 7 p.m. in the Eastern time. Yep.
And Saturday we have Zora and their curator coming on, Terrence, to discuss the Race and Hustle show that they've got set up in Massachusetts that includes my essay on Kendrick Lamar. So I'm excited for that. And so I think that's it. We went a little over. Kamal just did the peace sign and dropped off. So I guess he didn't have anything to share about what was coming up. And so I mean, unless there's something else, Kim, I think we can just roll.
Bid you all adieu. Remixers, thank you all so much for hanging out with us today. Please be sure to like the video on your way out. Share. That's all I got. Thank you, Renee. Thank you, Renee. Thanks to Evan, Kamal, Ear Doctor, and of course, everybody else. Remixers, tune in tomorrow for Women's Wednesdays. Jacqueline and Ricky in the chat. I say Ricky with question marks on the end. I'm sure Ricky will be there. So tune in. Shout out to Claudia as well. And Boricua, Morena, all that. Puerto Ricans, you had a night. We loved it for you. We loved it for you. We loved it for you, Puerto Rico. We loved it I did. Renee hated, but I liked it. Ricky, I mean, did you see Ricky Martin, Renee? Come on.
I did. It took me a second to recognize him, but I did see Ricky Martin.
Who is that fine bearded Puerto Rican?
I can't with you. All right, y'all. Peace.
Peace, y'all. See ya.
Black Liberation Media is a collective of Black and African organizers, journalists, academics, and media personalities serving Black and African masses seeking to further grow in their understanding of themselves, their histories, and the African world through entertainment and news. Please continue to like, subscribe, and donate to the channel so we can further serve you and liberate our people. You can also go to blkliberationmedia.org, get some merchandise, and also become a Patreon member and a member from the YouTube. Please do what you can, share, and show your love as we will show ours for you. Black Liberation Media.